and you're wishing someone could cure your lonely condition. Looking for love in...
What if I told you the biggest rap hits of 1989 weren't written by the artists who performed them? A college kid wrote platinum records from his dorm room. A 16-year-old built N.W.A.'s empire with his pen.
It's just me, myself, and I.
And the greatest voice in hip-hop vanished in one tragic night. Before we reveal these 12 shocking stories, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications.
He was enthused and said, "How do you like the show?" She said, "I was very amused."
You do not want to miss this. Let's expose the truth. Number 12. Gangsta, N.W.A. The primary writer, Ice Cube. We end where we began, with Ice Cube, the teenage ghostwriter who built an empire with his pen and walked away from it all. Gangsta was the final statement, the ultimate distillation of N.W.A. It wasn't a story, wasn't political commentary, it was pure, unfiltered gangster attitude, and Cube wrote nearly every word.
Right there, I knew I had to smoke his ass. Kept rolling.
The song was a response to critics calling N.W.A. studio gangsters, fake tough guys. So Cube and MC Ren wrote Gangsta. This is N.W.A. We're the reality.
We don't just say no, we're too busy saying yeah about drinking.
Cube crafted his verse first. Here's a little something about a nigger like me. Never should have been let out the penitentiary.
Never should have been let out the penitentiary. Ice Cube.
That verse, the one that defines gangster rap. Ice Cube wrote that at 18. He wrote Eazy-E's verse. Sections for Dr. worked with MC Ren on structure. But the core, the attitude, the aggression, the unapologetic embrace of street life came from Cube's vision. The song became an anthem. Wasn't released as a single, but became one of the most sampled, quoted tracks in hip-hop history. Why? Because it captured something real, not glorified, just real. By end of 1989, Cube was done. He'd written Straight Outta Compton, Gangsta, Express Yourself, nearly every track. He'd made Eazy-E sound credible, given Dr. Dre memorable verses, created the lyrical foundation for the most dangerous group in hip-hop. For all that, $32,000. No ownership, no credit. Just a ghostwriter paid pennies while others became millionaires. Ice Cube left December 1989. Without his pen, N.W.A. was beats and attitude. With his pen, they were legends.
I think it's time to let them know who you are. I'm the diggy.
Number 11. The D.O.C. and the Doctor. The D.O.C. featuring Dr. D.R.E. The writer, the D.O.C., writing for himself and Dre.
Yo, you gotta fly high.
Before the crash, before the tragedy, there was the D.O.C. and the Doctor, proving the D.O.C. could write for anyone.
Think it's a fable and label me not able to come cold correct.
The track featured the D.O.C. trading verses with Dr. Dre on his debut, No One Can Do It Better.
Keep suckers hurting when it comes to a drum.
And the D.O.C. wrote both parts, his verses and Dre's verses.
When I hear
he crafted a conversation between two MCs with distinct styles.
Speakers are thumping, dig it, yeah, you like it. You know the...
Listen to Dre's verse. It's smoother than most of his early work, more complex, more technically proficient. That's because the D.O.C. wrote it specifically to elevate Dre's performance. The D.O.C. understood something crucial.
And let me tell everybody what's up. I want you.
Good ghostwriting isn't just about good lyrics. It's about writing lyrics that match the performer's voice.
A song strong, bumping militia thumping system upon.
their cadence, their rhythm, their personality. So when he wrote for Dre, he wrote in Dre's style.
The boom of a kick, cause I want it all like in Monopoly.
Not his own. He erased his fingerprints and made it sound authentically Dre. That's the mark of a true ghostwriter.
Fresh off, Latin the bass, yo, and flow with soul.
The song was a showcase, two of Ruthless Records' biggest talents collaborating.
So I jet back to my room and invent something to compliment.
The Doctor and the D.O.C, the producer and the lyricist.
Yo, and now you're in.
Together, they represented West Coast hip-hop's future.
And I think I know which way to go. So what I need you to do is drop them horns.
Then 5 months later, the D.O.C had his accident.
A rhythm with a style that makes you get loose and sweat.
The D.O.C and the Doctor became a time capsule, proof of what could have been. The irony is crushing. The D.O.C lost his voice, but his pen became more valuable.
Rolling to the homies in the city's getting dumb. The son of a D.O.
He wrote for The Chronic, Doggy Style, nearly every Death Row release. The ghostwriter couldn't perform, so he became the ghost that wrote for everyone. His voice was gone, but his words shaped an entire generation.
And call Stucky, and from me, myself, and I.
Number 10, Me, Myself, and I, De-La-Soul. The producer/writer, Prince Paul De-La-Soul's Me, Myself, and I, dropped in 1989 and confused everyone. It wasn't gangster rap, wasn't party rap, wasn't political rap. It was something completely different.
When it comes to being plugged one, it's just me, my.
Behind that was producer Prince Paul, a genius who understood hip-hop could be weird.
It's just me, myself.
That it could sample children's records, that it could be funny and serious simultaneously, that it could be art.
It's just me, myself, and I.
Prince Paul worked with De-La-Soul members Posnuos, Trugoy, and Maceo to craft 3 Feet High and Rising.
And I.
But Me, Myself, and I was where Paul's vision truly shined. The song was a statement against the superficial hip-hop scene.
Plug 1 and 2 are hippies nowhere, not that's pure plug 4.
A rebellion against materialism and fake personas. The sample came from Funkadelics, not just Knee Deep.
You read alright. Right is wrong when hype is written on the.
But Prince Paul flipped it into something playful.
As they try to mess with Third Degree, that's me, myself.
And he added sound effects, skits, humor that made the song feel like a conversation.
I'm proud of what I am. Poems I speak.
The lyrics, written by the group but guided by Paul's creative direction, were about staying true to yourself, not conforming, not pretending.
What I do ain't make-believe. People say I sit.
Mirror, mirror on the wall /True Blue, that is all. Prince Paul wasn't just a producer, he was a creative director.
I calmly punched them in the 4th day of July.
He guided the sound, concept, overall feeling of De-La-Soul's music.
It's just me, myself, and I.
The invisible 4th member who shaped their aesthetic. Me, Myself, and I peaked at number 34 on Billboard.
It's just me, myself, and I.
But more importantly, it introduced the Daisy Age. Peace, love, and positivity wrapped in eccentric production.
On the wall, shovel chestnuts in my path. Just keep
Prince Paul never got star credit. He wasn't the rapper, wasn't the face.
pushing that we formed an image. There's no need to lie when it comes.
But without him, De-La-Soul would have sounded like everyone else. Instead, they sounded like nobody else. Number 9, Fight the Power, Public Enemy. The production team, the Bomb Squad. Fight the Power isn't a traditional ghostwriting story. But it is about collaborative genius and how the people you don't see created one of the most important songs in hip-hop. Public Enemy's Chuck D and Flavor Flav were the voices, but behind them was the Bomb Squad. Hank Shockley, Keith Shockley, Eric Sadler and Stuart Gray. The producers, the architects, the musical masterminds. Spike Lee commissioned Fight the Power for Do the Right Thing in 1989. He told Chuck D he needed something as powerful and confrontational as the movie, something that would make people think and move. The Bomb Squad layered sample upon sample, James Brown, Bobby Bird, Sly and the Family Stone. They created this massive, dense wall of sound, chaotic but controlled, revolutionary but structured. Chuck D wrote the lyrics, but the Bomb Squad crafted the feeling. That urgency, that anger, that call to resistance. They built the foundation that made Chuck's words hit harder than any punch. Elvis was a hero to most Slash, but he never meant shit to me. Chuck D's controversial line became iconic, but the Bomb Squad's production made it land. The sirens, the scratches, the way the beat drops and comes back. Intentional, calculated, musical warfare. In order to fight the powers that be. The song dropped June 1989 and became an anthem. Not just for hip-hop, for activists, for revolutionaries, for anyone tired of the status quo. It wasn't played on mainstream radio, too confrontational, too raw, but it didn't matter. Fight the Power transcended radio. It became culture. Number 8, Bust a Move, Young Massey. The full circle, from ghostwriter to solo star. This is when the ghostwriter stepped out of the shadows.
Says she wanna dance 'cause she likes the groove, so come on, fatso.
Young MC had written Wild Thing and Funky Cold Medina for Tone Loc. Both went platinum. Both were massive. And Young MC got writing credits, but no spotlight. By mid-1989, he faced pressure. People kept asking, "Why didn't you do that song?" He'd respond, "I wrote it for Tone." But internally, he worried. His music was slower, more R&B influenced. It didn't have the rock samples or aggressive energy. Then producers brought in Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers to play bass.
From now he's gonna marry. He's hoping you can make it there if you can, 'cause in the...
They crafted a beat around Curtis Blow's Get Up and Dance. Young MC wrote Bust a Move. The song was storytelling at its finest.
Church in your new tuxedo. The bride walks down just to start the wedding and there's one...
3 verses, 3 scenarios of talking to girls. First verse, at a party. And second, at a friend's place. Third, on the street. Each ends with Bust a Move. What made it brilliant was Young MC's style. He didn't curse, didn't glorify violence. He told funny, relatable stories with tight rhyme schemes. Hip-hop your parents could enjoy. When Bust a Move dropped May 1989, it became Young MC's signature song, peaked at number 7 on Billboard. Won a Grammy for Best Rap Performance in 1990. Here's the beautiful irony.
Ceremony, you'll be the best man. You say Nito, check your libido and roll to the...
Young MC wrote 3 platinum hits in 1989. Wild Thing, Funky Cold Medina, and Bust a Move. The first 2 were for someone else. The third was finally his.
Just bust a move.
Bust a Move proved the Ghostwriter could be the star. It proved clean, clever hip-hop could compete with gangsta rap. And young MC never needed to hide behind anyone else's voice again.
Oh, it's over that, baby. How about you then? How about you?
Number 7. Just a Friend. Biz Markie writer. Note, Biz wrote this one himself.
Every day to see how she was doing every time that I call her.
Let's clear this up. Just a Friend, the 1989 smash hit, was written, produced, and performed entirely by Biz Markie himself.
Was for the moment, I didn't know I was in for such an event.
No ghostwriter. That off-key singing, that heartbroken storytelling, all Biz.
The school year, I went to a gate to ask where was a dorm.
But here's why this matters. 1 year earlier, in 1988, Biz had his breakthrough Vapors, and that was co-written by his cousin Big Daddy Kane.
She acted kind of strange, because when I asked, do you have a man, she tried to put...
Kane was one of the best lyricists in hip-hop.
This guy made me fill out a visitor's form. He told me where it was.
When Biz came to him with the concept about people catching the vapors, slang for suddenly wanting to be around you when you're successful, Kane helped craft it. Vapors became a hip-hop classic. It established Biz as a legitimate MC, not just a beatboxer, a rapper.
So I took blah blah's word for it at this time.
So when Biz wrote Just a Friend in 1989, he had the confidence to do it alone. And the song came from real heartbreak.
Oh, baby, you.
Biz was talking to a girl in LA, and every time he called, some dude was at her house. She kept saying, "Oh, he's just a friend."
My girl in the mouth, I was so in shock, my heart.
Biz hated that, so he turned his pain into art. The song interpolated Freddie Scott's 1968 You Got What I Need.
The tour was over and she went back to school.
Biz's off-key singing became iconic, not because it was good, but because it was real. Authentic pain you could feel. The video featured Biz dressed as Mozart, playing piano in a candlelit room, wearing a powdered wig. Absurd, hilarious, unforgettable.
Short miniskirt, I just got on stage dripping, pouring with sweat. I was walking through the crowd.
Just a Friend peaked at number 9 in 1990. Went platinum April 12th, 1990.
Thought just having a friend couldn't be no crime, 'cause I have...
It proved Biz didn't need a ghostwriter. The irony. Despite Kane's help on Vapors, it was the song Biz wrote alone that made him a star.
And I was on my way to see my baby doll. I was happy to...
Before we continue, if you're loving this deep dive into hip-hop's hidden classics, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're uncovering the forgotten tracks that shaped the culture, the underground gems that influenced your favorite artists. Don't miss the next episode. Hit subscribe now and let's keep digging into hip-hop history together.
1, and in comes the 2 to the 3 and 4.
Number 6, It's Funky Enough. The D.O.C, the secret behind-the-scenes role. Ghostwriter for N.W.
No, not even a little bit. Nothing like an idiot.
This is the tragic story of the greatest voice in hip-hop history and how it disappeared in one night.
Let's get it funky, let's get it funky.
Tracy Curry, the D.O.C, moved from Dallas to Los Angeles in the late 80s. When he linked up with Dr. Dre and Eazy-E at Ruthless Records, everything changed.
And with the help of the Dr. Dre, kick it.
The D.O.C was a writer first. He ghostwrote for N.W.A on Straight Outta Compton.
And I let it play 'cause Dre said funky enough.
He wrote for Eazy-E's Eazy Does It. He was the secret weapon, but in 1989, he got his own spotlight. No one can do it better. His debut album produced by Dr. Dre. The lead single, It's Funky Enough, proved the Ghostwriter could perform. The D.O.C had this smooth golden voice that could ride any beat. His lyrics were complex, sharp. He wasn't rapping about gang life, and he was rapping about being the best rapper alive.
So
It's Funky Enough peaked at number 12 on R&B charts. The album went platinum. At 21, the D.O.C was being called the next Rakim. Then came November 1989, 5 months after the album dropped. The D.O.C left a party. He'd been drinking. He was driving his Honda Prelude when he fell asleep at the wheel. The car crashed. He wasn't wearing a seatbelt. Ejected through the rear window, his face hit a tree. But the worst damage came from paramedics trying to save his life. They inserted a breathing tube. The procedure destroyed his vocal cords. When he woke up after 21 hours of surgery, the golden voice was gone. At 21, the greatest rapper of his generation lost the one thing that made him a star.
I'm expressing with my full capability.
Number 5, Express Yourself, N.W.A. The lead writer, Ice Cube, with Dr. Dre.
It's very necessary. Blame it on Ice Cube because he said it.
After the controversy of Fuck the Police, N.W.A. needed something radio could play.
Hesitate to diss one or two before I'm through, so don't try to sing this.
Something that wouldn't cause the FBI to send warning letters.
But you hear none. They'd rather exaggerate a little fiction.
Express Yourself became that song, and Ice Cube was the primary wordsmith.
For strike, it ain't for your good health, but I won't strike if you just.
The track flipped Charles Wright's Express Yourself from 1970.
Ice Cube, it's not for the pop chart.
But the lyrics, the anti-drug, pro-intelligence message, came from Cube's pen.
And it's easy, Dre is back, New Jackson made hollow.
He wrote verses promoting not smoking weed, ironic for a group known for glorifying street life. Cube wrote it as a statement piece.
Because it has no bottom, I get loose in the summer, winter, spring, and autumn.
I don't smoke weed or cess / cause it's known to give a brother brain damage / and brain damage on the mic don't manage.
Yella makes it a cappella. I still express yo, I don't smoke weed.
Dr. Dre handled production and added his verses, but the song's core message came from Cube.
The dope man, or they banned my group from the radio.
And he was crafting radio-friendly content while simultaneously working on hardcore street narratives that made N.W.A. dangerous. The music video showed the group in a clean, almost corporate setting. Stark contrast to their gritty imagery.
From the heart, 'cause if you want to start to move up the chart, then
it was strategic, calculated. Cube's writing made it possible.
Some say no to drugs and take a stand, but after the show, they go looking for.
By the time Express Yourself was gaining traction in 1989, Cube was already planning his exit.
The trend, the records I spin again and again and again, yo, you're on the other.
He'd written the group's biggest hits, most controversial tracks, and now their most radio-friendly single. And he was still just an underpaid ghostwriter.
I'ma be too hype and need a straight jacket. I got not.
The song showed N.W.A. could be more than gangster rap. They could be artists. They could be thinkers. All thanks to the 18-year-old ghostwriter about to become a legend.
Straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice.
Number 4, Straight Outta Compton, N.W.A. The main ghostwriter, Ice Cube.
Motherfucker see clearly that I'm down with the capital CBT.
When Straight Outta Compton dropped in 1989, the world thought it was a group effort. 5 guys, equal contributions.
That's a trip, but a nigga like Ren is on the Gangsta.
That's not what happened. Ice Cube wrote most of that album. He wrote nearly all of Eazy-E's verses.
With a crime record like Charles Manson, AK-47.
Some of Dre's verses, the title track. Cube was the primary architect.
I find a good piece of pussy and go up in it. So if you had a.
Here's how it worked. Dre and DJ Yella created beats. Then Ice Cube would sit down and write.
'Cause Ice Cube is crazy as fuck. As I leave,
he crafted verses specifically for each member's voice.
Smart, lay low, free for a while. And when I see the punk pass, I smile.
For Eazy-E, short, punchy bars. For Dre, smoother flows. For himself, complex wordplay. For MC Ren, aggressive delivery.
That's the problem. I see a motherfucking cop, I don't dodge him, but I'm
The track starts with Straight Outta Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube.
like a shadow in the dark. It's up when I unload. You see a spark and talk over.
Cube wrote that. He wrote his own introduction and everyone else's verses.
Probably get mad like a bitch is supposed to, but that shows me slut your
The album was recorded late 1988. He released January 1989.
I'ma hand itself every time I pull an AK off the shelf.
It sold 1 million copies by July with almost zero radio play. Nobody would play it.
I wanna rumble, mix 'em and cook 'em in a pot like gumbo. Going up.
Too raw, too real, too angry. Here's the Betrayal.
But here's a flash that never sees me, ruthless, never seen.
By end of 1989, Cube looked at his bank account. $32,000 total for an album that sold 1 million.
The fuck he going just rolling, looking for the one they call Eazy.
For writing nearly every word, N.W.A.'s manager presented Cube with a contract that didn't confirm he was even a member.
To me it's kinda funny, the attitude showing nigga driving, but don't know where.
Just a hired writer. So Ice Cube left, December 1989.
When punks I smoke, yo, my rep gets bigger. I'm a bad
Right as they were becoming the biggest name in rap, he walked away from the empire he built with his pen. The irony?
Of the E, and if you ever fuck with me, you get taken.
Without Cube's pen, N.W.A. was just beats and attitude. With his pen, they were legends.
Front and back, and side to side. Then I let the Alpine play.
Number 3, Boyz-n-the-Hood, 1989 re-release. Eazy-E, The Real Ghostwriter, Ice Cube.
The streets to call a truce. The silly motherfucker pulls out.
This is how a song rejected by a New York rap group became the foundation of gangsta rap.
Gangsta at the top of the list. Then I play my
And how 16-year-old O'Shea Jackson changed hip-hop forever.
started talking shit. Wouldn't you know? Reach back.
Eric Eazy-E Wright founded Ruthless Records with drug money from Compton.
Your car, knowing nothing in life but to be
He recruited Dr. Dre to produce and this teenage kid from local rap group CIA to write. That kid was Ice Cube.
like a pimp. Slap the hoe. A father jump.
Cube wrote Boyz-n-the-Hood, a day-in-the-life narrative about Compton. Stealing cars, shooting former friends, real street journalism set to a beat.
My girl to rock that body before I left. I hit.
The song was written for a New York group called HBO. Dr. Dre had the beat. Cube had the lyrics. HBO showed up, read them, and walked out.
A deuce. Little did he know I had a loaded twin.
They rejected it. Here's where it gets legendary. Eazy was in the studio. Dre was there. Cube wasn't even present.
Quote me, boy, cause I ain't said shit.
Dre turned to Eazy. Yo, why don't you rap it? Eazy protested. Man, I ain't no rapper. But Dre insisted. They recorded it line by line over 2 days because Eazy couldn't stay on beat.
In my 6'4" Impala, the dreaming with a 40 and I start
DJ Yella recalled they had to record bar by bar, one line at a time.
to mine till I caught him in my car trying to steal an Alpine.
The result? That distinctive deadpan delivery that defined Eazy-E.
In the hood are always hard. You come talking that trash, we'll pull you.
What sounds like cool swagger was actually nervous, self-conscious rapping from a first-timer. Ice Cube wrote every word. Eazy got paid as the performer. But the genius belonged to the 16-year-old who wasn't even in the studio.
Hard now under control. Then rap the 6'4" around a telephone.
When it became a hit in 1987, it led directly to N.W.A.'s formation. Number 2, Funky Cold Medina, Tone Lock.
I thought she'd be good to go with a little funky cold Medina.
The Real Ghostwriter, young MC Lightning rarely strikes twice.
Break it down.
But in 1989, Young MC and Tone Lock ran the same play again.
The girls saw jocking at the other end of the bar.
After Wild Thing went double platinum, Delicious Vinyl had a formula.
Funky cold Medina.
Gravelly voiced rapper, college kid ghostwriter, hit records.
brother told me.
Young MC crafted Funky Cold Medina, a song about a mythical love potion.
A couple of sips of this love potion and she'll be on your lap.
The title combined funky, cold, and Medina, slang for weed.
That Medina's a monster.
But Young MC flipped it into a fictional aphrodisiac concept.
By your wiener, you must be sure that your girl is pure for the phone.
By now, Young MC knew exactly how Tone Loc flowed. He knew where Tone would pause, where he'd add that signature growl.
And you know, they picked a winner. I took my...
He wrote verses tailored to Tone's limited but effective vocal range. The song tells 3 stories. First verse, guy uses the potion, ends up with a dog falling in love.
Grab my coat and hit the door. I said, baby, I'll be seeing ya.
Second verse, tries it at a club, girls go crazy. Third verse, meets Sheena, who turns out to be a man. The controversial transgender verse was Young MC's social commentary disguised as comedy. Here's what nobody knew.
So I took her to my crib and everything went well.
Young MC wrote both hits before starting his own solo album.
Having drinks with some no-name chump when they know that I'm a...
He was ghostwriting platinum records while still a full-time student at USC.
I dig it. Come on.
The song dropped early 1989 and immediately went platinum. Back-to-back mega hits, both written by the same ghostwriter, both performed by the same artist who had almost no writing credit.
Ain't no plans with a man.
When Young MC released Bust a Move later in 1989, people were shocked to discover he was the mastermind.
It was over, I gave her my own ride. Just get her off my dock.
Number 1, Wild Thing, Tone Loc, The Real Ghostwriter, Young MC, late 1988.
Wow.
Producers Matt Dyke and Michael Ross discovered Tone Loc. A rapper with this gravelly, damaged voice nobody had ever heard before. But here's the twist. Tone wrote his own version of Wild Thing. The producers listened and their faces dropped. It was way too explicit for radio. They needed something MTV would actually play. Enter Young MC, a college kid studying economics at USC. The producers gave him one directive: rewrite Tone's lyrics, but keep Tone's voice in mind. Here's what makes this wild. Young MC had never met Tone Loc when he wrote those lyrics. He was writing in his dorm room, crafting verses specifically for Tone's vocal cadence. He wrote every word, the concept, the structure, that unforgettable hook. The song sampled Van Halen's Jamie's Cryin' without permission. When it dropped in January 1989, it exploded. Number 2 on Billboard, over 2.5 million copies sold. Second best-selling single of all time, right behind We Are the World. Young MC sat in USC classes watching Wild Thing blow up everywhere. People kept asking, why didn't you do that song? He'd say, that's Tone's record. I wrote it with his voice in mind. The video cost just $400, a cheap parody shot with strobe effects. It proved the secret weapon behind the mic is often the writer you never see.